I do think that it's important, as I try to teach you a method, a technique. I do think that it's important that we discuss one of the major mindset shifts that I think a lot of people have to go through and will go through as they're doing this. And that is, the way that I describe it, is changing your mindset from looking at the world through a consumer's lens and instead seeing it from a producer's lens. Producers are often, again, I mentioned this in the last video, they're often thought of as like artists and musicians and people with this expert level of creativity that, mixed with God-given talent, and they can be the ones that produce for the world. They can be the ones that create. And I need to break that sense of thought, because that's just not where, especially in the online business world, that's not what it really means. The act of consuming, being a consumer, is something that's ingrained in all of us. You never really stop being a consumer, really. I mean, if you want to make any money, whether it's a little or a lot, you're likely want to do that so that you can consume things that maybe make your life easier. But if you're only a consumer, and this is where most people live their life, it's really hard to get ahead. Oftentimes, you are exchanging time for money. Consumers go through their life and they work a 9 to 5. And again, I don't want to come across as like having insulted anybody for any kind of work path that they chose. But for the most part, what we see is when you are stuck in a consumer mindset, you don't look at the world as though, how can I create something in this world that has value that I can then make money off of? It does take kind of a wild mindset. Something that's very different and non-traditional from what you would see out there, what you learn in school, to shift that mindset to becoming a producer, to look at things from a lens of, why are they doing that? How are they making money from that? What is the purpose of this? And so I like to teach everybody right now, in the very beginning of your learning what affiliate marketing is, and you're going to try to go down this path, I like to teach everybody, look at the world as a producer, not as a consumer. After about a month, it'll be a really easy transition for you. But basically, every marketing piece that you engage with, if you're on Facebook and you see an ad and you click on it, instead of just blindly going with what that flow is, which is what consumers do and what we're taught to do, we've been advertised to, and now we're going to go down that path. I want you to think about it as a producer. Why is this person successfully doing this? What was it about this ad that appealed to me? If you're in a store, why am I buying this thing? Is it out of need or is it out of want? There are a lot of different mechanisms that go into marketing, go into sales, that go into product creation. What I want everybody here to do is to just take that little bit of tweak in your mind of, okay, so if I've got this phone case here, why did I buy this one? Why did I buy this specific one? Was it a feature-related thing? How did they market that feature? Then look at the pricing of it. If the pricing is this, how much would they have to sell it for to be able to be profitable? If the actual cost was that high? Those are the things that I do on a daily basis. And I don't do it with everything. I sort of naturally happens to me, but I always am trying to reverse engineer the business of something. Everything from, we have family that does home building. And so I'm like, in my mind, I don't think, oh, that's so cool. Look at this beautiful house. I think, I wonder what the margins are on this home, and like how much the cost was, and like how much did that door cost? And a lot of people think that way anyways, but I'm trying to think of it as the margin. Where's the business in this? And it's the same thing online. Everything that you buy, every course you buy, every software you subscribe to, the mindset that I take is immediately, how do I make this free for myself to use? And I've had a really good history of taking a product, finding a small group of people that would also benefit from the product that I am now paying for, and using my affiliate techniques to get them to buy into it, use it, benefit from it, and then now my membership is free. That's what I want you guys to think about as you're going through your daily activities. When you're shopping in a store, when you see ads, especially when you're online and you are going to purchase something, really pay attention to the nuance there. So let's look at, let's say there's a digital product and they sell something for $49. My mind always goes to, okay, I know if they're selling this for $49 and they were running ads, they had to spend money on those ads, they're probably paying more than $49 to get me into this. So I wonder, are they holding information back? Or do they have something that they're going to pivot me into that can make them more money? But I know they're going to sell me something else, because there's just no way that you can spend money on something that costs $49, $97, whatever, and make money on that when you're advertising. Advertising has a very high cost right now. So I like to reverse engineer how they're profitable, because as an affiliate, what that's going to allow you to do is find these pockets of opportunity where, oh, there's an affiliate offer for this. I reverse engineered other ways that I could promote it, and I found there was these holes, and I wanted to share an example with you. There was a coffee replacement company called Mudwater that had an affiliate program. They pay $40 per sale. Consumer mindset says, Mudwater, I want to get rid of coffee. I'm going to buy that thing. I buy it and go about my day. Perfectly fine if that's the life that everybody wants to lead. There's a few of us that are going to say, I must not be the only one who wants to stop drinking as much coffee as I drink. I want at least a replacement for one of them. So I found Mudwater had an affiliate program. They pay you $40 for every $49 customer they got, which is really cool. But they know that person's going to be on a subscription so they can make money in the future. So the business side made total sense. This is going to be around for a while. Good value. So what I did was I then started looking, okay, so if I don't have an audience right now of people who definitely want to stop drinking coffee, I don't even know where I would do that at. Now you have a bunch of different routes you can go. You can start telling family and friends. You can create a Facebook group about coffee alternatives, and that's something that we'll discuss in the future. You could run ads, which is a much more difficult thing to do as far as Facebook ads is concerned. And you could write an article that you hope ranks organically on Google. What I did, because I'm kind of lazy, I don't like taking a lot of time, I'm in what's called direct response marketing. So I put something out into the world and I get a direct response from it, or I can turn it on and turn it off. With ranking on Google, it's called search engine optimization. That takes a little bit of time. Google changes every day. I don't like to waste my time on that. Not that it's not very productive, and there's ways to do that as an affiliate that can make you a lot of money. What I decided to do was I took Mudwater and I created an article that I called like the top 3 coffee alternatives of 2023 at the time. Number 3 was some other random product. Number 2 was something called Rise Superfoods. I could also be an affiliate for them, so I had my link in there. And number 1 was Mudwater. Psychology tells us that nobody wants to buy the third best alternative. They want to buy the second or first, most of which are going to want to buy the first. So I make that the one that I'm an affiliate for. The entire article is truthful. It's just my review of each one of the items. And, you know, one got 3.5 stars, one got 4.5, one got 4.9, that kind of thing. So then what I did was I went to Google. They have an ad platform where I could say, anybody who searches for best coffee alternative 2023, show this article. That's all you got to do. Google will only charge you $1. Well, they'll only charge you, anywhere between 1 penny to say $2. It's an auction system, so it goes up and down. They'll charge you based on every click. So just showing your link to a bunch of people that are searching isn't going to cost you anything. They only charge you when somebody actually clicks on your link. They go over to your page that's like Best Coffee Alternatives 2024. Number 1 is Mudwater. When somebody buys, you get $40. Within, I think, 48 to 72 hours, I had my first sale, spending like $5 a day. That's a phenomenal way to break into more of an aggressive mindset of affiliate marketing. And so now what we're doing is we're playing margins, right? If I make $40, but I can give Google $35 for them to generate 1 sale, I'm making $5 margin. In which case, if I can do that 10 times, I'm making $50. That's where we separate the side hustle from the real business, because now I want to scale that up. How many sales can I make? Or how many products just like Mudwater can I do this for? And then we get into keyword search marketing, right? So we're looking up every other keyword that we're allowed to market to that somebody who's looking for a coffee alternative might search. Maybe they search coffee alternative. Maybe they search coffee replacement. Maybe they search coffee replacement 2023. That's taking you down the mindset of a producer, somebody who looks at an opportunity and says, what would I have to build to make money off of this? And there's countless ways. I'm going to share 5 or 6 ways that you, with very little financial output, can actually strategically turn this into a business, because I think that's one of the best ways to start. I don't like to tell people to start with Facebook ads. It's very expensive unless you know the long term of it, unless you're ready to put, I know I'll make my money back in 6 months. Google ads, much less expensive. And then there's something called organic marketing, which is sort of akin to what you would call network marketing. We're going to be teaching you how to build a network, whether it's a Facebook group, an audience on social media, whatever it might be, that you can share these affiliate offers with and that they'll buy. So that's the strategic side of it. But it does take that shift mindset-wise to go from, I'm just buying this stuff. I don't care. Like, I don't care about the business. I don't care how they make money. I don't care what their margin is. You should feel compelled to find out, I wonder what the cost of something like that is. Even if you still buy it, you still pay full price. That doesn't change anything. Once you start re-engineering the business, okay, so it costs that much. Where are they getting traffic from? Maybe I can get traffic less than that. Oh, their affiliate program pays 30%. Cool. I think they've even got a little bit more margin to go, so I can ask them for 40%. That's when doors really start to open as to what kind of businesses you could create and how to turn this into an actual business. So I would urge every single person watching this, the next marketing that you engage with, the next product that you buy, the next ad you see on the side of a bus, all the way down to, like, if you've ever been to a baseball game, especially like little leagues, the fences will all have signs on them from like Bob's Insurance, right? I wonder how much Bob's Insurance is paying for that. I wonder how much they're making. Yeah, they're sponsoring that little spot on the baseball field, and we need to do that, but I wonder if I could talk to Bob. Maybe you're friends with Bob. Ask him, hey, Bob, how much do you pay for that? Oh, it's $500 a season? Oh, cool. Do you know how much you get back from that? No, you don't? Okay, well, that's most people's answers is I have no idea, because they're not in direct response. They're in normal brand marketing, but it turns on a whole new chain of thinking. And that's where you get into like, oh, I could turn this into a business because I found that margin. That is literally what makes digital entrepreneurs, people who make money on the internet, that's what makes them money, is where's my margin? Even if I create my own product, I'm going to be running ads to it, where's my margin? One of the ways, as a digital product creator myself, that we build margin is affiliates. Our members go through our program. We then can help them. Now you've got 1,000 salespeople that can tell 5 people, and that's a way to get more sales. So as a producer, in the beginning, we're looking for where's my margin? Where are there opportunities? And I mean, there's a million different ways to find this. What if I create this free download that in the free download has 10 affiliate links? There's some margin for you there. That's what I want you guys to go through the rest of this training thinking like, is like, you should see something from now on, a marketing or some sort of a message that's being hit to you, and you say, why is this coming to me? Do I want this? What made me want this? Could I reverse engineer this? It only takes 5 minutes to do that. I let my brain go down this path a lot, very frequently, I guess. It actually gets pretty fun, but it can consume the way that you look at everything. It does help you to understand that. And I've done this reverse engineering for tons of things. And in fact, I do a yearly golf week every year. We have a name for the group. I used ChatGPT AI to create a logo for us. Instead of going to an online polo, golf polo store and saying, hey, I want to buy a bunch of these for me and my 16 buddies. I went to China and I went to a manufacturer that makes shirts for those companies. And I said, I want to work with you. Let's make a design. I want it to look exactly like this with these materials, with this cut at the bottom. And what's crazy is 16 shirts over here would have cost around $780 to $900. To buy it from a store that already had them ready. I went to the manufacturer themselves in China. Simple thing to do. AliExpress, Alibaba. And you go to Alibaba, you message the manufacturer that you want. I bought 50, not 16. I bought 50, and I think it was $580. I saved money, including shipping, getting 50 fully custom designed shirts versus what I would have paid for normal designs. Not only did I save money, I got something way more personalized, which is really cool. I mean, I'm probably going to charge my buddies $50. They still save money, but either way, it's reverse engineering the business. Instead of just going to the golf polo guy and saying, I want to buy this one, you figure out, I wonder where he gets his, or I wonder where we get one like it. And that's a big mindset shift that's going to help you turn into somebody who makes money from opportunities instead of sees other people getting wealthy. And affiliate marketing is just one of the great ways that you can tap into. It's a very entry-level way that you can tap into making money online without needing your own product, right? Like I went all the way to China and bought 50 custom polos. In what I teach, with affiliate marketing, we're going to be focused way less on the product and way more on the audience. I want to help you build an audience because I believe that if you have an audience, you'll find something to sell. The products usually don't matter nearly as much as the audience and the relationship you have with that audience. So you may already have an audience of 10, 15 people that maybe you know or you don't know that are interested in the products that you can promote. Business-wise, I'm going to teach you how to build that audience out so that you have people that listen to you regardless of what your background is. We're going to give you some cool techniques for that. So all starts by shifting your mindset. I used to be a consumer and just go through life and buy things and respond to ads and opt into lists and do things like that. Now I look for, where's the engine here? How are they making money? Is this long-term? Why did they shut down? Why are they doing this discount? Because then I know I'm going to find something in there, get some ideas for myself. So we'll be talking about those as we go through. Hopefully that's going to help you guys shift into this new way of thinking. We'll see you in the next one.